Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. And already we're underway here. Pings in across. And now a sudden chance to counter. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Yeah, Florent Thauvin, an exciting manipulator of the ball, Peter, and a real creative talent who's always likely to come up with something that little bit different, and that unpredictability makes him pretty tricky to defend against, obviously, not least because he's also a very clever runner off the ball, always looking to make a decoy move to drag defenders the wrong way.
I think the opposition defence agree too. He's going to be the source of so many of their headaches. Thauvin. It has been a rather gentle affair so far. Thauvin. Aguilar has it out wide and in space. Thuram with the clearance. Back in once more. Defending of the desperate variety.
Lens really are making good use of that right-hand side. The light is very much the colour green. Look, it's the width that's providing this momentum, and they look set to further exploit. Really aren't convincing right now. It has to start in defence, but the whole team needs a wake-up call.
Vieira. Can he get on the end of this? Hullet. And he was alert to it. Has a look up and drives it forward. Thuram. Tries a measured ball. Cleared without hesitation.
It's not the game we were hoping for, Peter. I think both of these keepers could text about their respective uninvolvement.
Now it's Said. Great defending, strong and determined. And it's Thauvin. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Delivers the ball.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Best. And the shot! Goal! Barcelona! A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
That's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
Après 24 minutes de jeu par le numéro 19.
Barcelona have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition. Lens really have found that they're getting more space out wide, and I can see now there's a lot of activity developing in that area, Peter.
Yeah, it's busy in there, isn't it?
Yeah, the wide players are doing their stuff and are grabbing the attention right now.
Decent chance! And he's really put himself on the line here. Iniesta goes short. Lens are looking to go forward now. Now it's Edouard. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Said. Now it's Thauvin. It's a really well-measured ball. Aguilar, tossed to the back post. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. Bullet is the team's great visionary. Kaka. Looking to play him in. Chance, surely! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Ambitious ball here. Takes aim and crosses. Chips it through. And that should get the job done. Aimed in towards the centre. And that has been knocked clear. And they've got rid. Thauvin. Good running, strong and purposeful. Now it's Thauvin. He's in a great position here. Played back. Looking for options for movement. Vieira. Bullet. Now it's Shevchenko. And that interception was... And there's the end of the first half. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, it's obvious, Peter, that this team was set up to play on the break, and their opponents pretty much played right into their hands, so no wonder they've got their tails up at half-time.
Barcelona head for the dressing room in possession of a 1-0 lead.
Souhaitons tous ensemble la bienvenue à nos joueurs sur le terrain.
That gets things going for the second half. Barcelona carrying a one-goal lead. Aguilar. And he's forced to go back. Gagnou. Antonio. Gagnou. He's looking wide. Now here's the delivery.
When it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't get themselves set. They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Aimed beyond the defence. And Shevchenko! Gagnou. Said. And it's Thauvin. Edouard.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Barcelona are looking to break at pace. He has a shot at goal! Now that is commitment to the cause. Iniesta with the short one. And now they can spring out of defence. Just coming up to the hour mark, and it's still 1-0. Aguilar. And it's Thauvin. Now Thomason. So Jim, what are you thinking?
I think the manager's pondering his options as to whether to stick or twist Peter in view of the time remaining. He might have a tough call to make now.
Aguilar, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. Oh, what has happened here? Aguilar. Costa Curta. And here's Hullet. That's very neat. It's gone for a throw-in. So time for change. And this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, Peter, I don't think there's anything tactical or injury-related here. I think it's just all about the push for a goal now.
À sa place, le numéro 7.
Thomason. Now it's Sotoka. There will be a throw-in. Thomason. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
They've played it short. And it's Thomason. He's had a shot! Good first touch and almost as good a second.
Ah, that's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Best. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Thuram proves just a little bit too strong. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Thomason, pass somewhat off target, played into space, and the shot! It's in! And surely now, the result beyond doubt. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Barcelona are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Lens making consecutive changes here.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Barcelona are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, I think it's just the reward for their application. They've played with great courage to try and kill this off, and for me, it looks like they've just about done it.
Thomason threads one in. Sotoka, ball driven towards the far post, and he's cleared it back out. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. And it's been taken short. Played into the box, punched away. That's really well cleared. And he's managed to get free. In towards the back stick. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Tries to pass it through. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover.
Oh, they're failing with the very quality that should be delivered with more intent.
5 minutes left on the clock. And this is Tova. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? He is through here. Engages and forces him off the ball. Sarr did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Now it's Sotoka. Iniesta. Ball's played through. He's in plenty of space here. Oh, that's fabulous. Sarr.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
And that is as far as it goes. Barcelona are walking off satisfied with their day's work. A result no less warranted, no less deserving of their efforts. A job done in a highly professional manner. Shevchenko. Voted man of the match, and deservedly so. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening. So what a sight this is. Another edition of this proud competition, just seemingly bigger and better still. Faces, of course, have come and gone, but some things never change. Those first day feelings, new hopes, new expectations, and the belief that maybe, just maybe, this time it will be your turn. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. Šeško! Delivers the ball. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Oh, nicely intercepted. Now, Casemiro has been a serial winner throughout his career, and it didn't take long for him to lift his first trophy in England.
Yeah, and he opened the scoring in the final with a header.
Yes, he did, and that turned out to be the winning goal. First time his side had won the competition since 2017, and his impact was immediate. Looking to play him in.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
That ball looks a good one, and he's made sure that's not getting through.
Suarez really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Rijkaard gets across to intercept that. Rivaldo. Now it's Luis Suarez. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Šeško. Well timed, excellent interception. Now it's Luis Suarez. And he's picked it up out wide. Rivaldo with header! And a terrific save from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
That is a brilliant interception. And now a sudden chance to counter. Still goalless at the moment. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Now it's Luis Suarez, and he cuts out the supply. Shaw.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
That pass has been well intercepted. Can he get on the end of this? He's a sharp little ball here. In with the challenge. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
He's missed, but not by that far.
Well, he doesn't need a second invitation, even from that range.
Not the best distribution from the keeper. Pass somewhat off target. Played out to the left flank. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. And here's Bruno Fernandes. Diogo Dalot is in a really good position. Big header! Goal! Manchester United! Manchester United take the lead. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Manchester United have fired themselves in front.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise.
He gets big! Oh, surely that deserved a better outcome.
Yeah, that was really sharp. That kind of delivery can play havoc with defences. I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Aimed beyond the defence. Diogo Dalot gets over and intercepts. Matheus Cunha. Shaw could try cutting inside here. Climbs up big! It's run loose, who's going to get there? Goes for goal! Oh, the ball's run loose here. And it's been taken short. Takes aim and crosses. Manchester United with another corner. Manchester United have their second corner now. Shaw plays it short. Swings in across. A mighty effort! He's scored! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong...
And that's it. So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both... Well, it is a nervous time, but these are positive nerves. The prospects are so great, the potential, be it financial or reputational, is huge, because success in this competition brings so much. And the supporters are here to take it in for themselves and to drive the team on. Truly, this is crunch time. Red is the colour, the only colour. We bring you this game, of course, from Old Trafford, Manchester. And already we're underway here. Chance for a shot! He's scored!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
Milan are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. And he's intervened well there. And he's forced to go back. Knocks it into space. And this is Ibrahimovic. He is through here. Has a look and plays it forward.
I think he'll take some stick for that. There was a box full ready and waiting.
Quality ball. That is good alertness. Looking for a runner. Leicester gets across to intercept that.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, well measured. He's found a way through. Oh, what a climb! It's a goal! And they're at it again in double quick time. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Manchester United are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. Kaka. And he was quick to react. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Manchester United look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack.
It's Ibrahimovic! Ibrahimovic! It could only be him! About as smooth as it gets. They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye.
Well, a 1-2 is easier to pull off than most dribbles, and I think we've just seen the proof.
A case now of complete control.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Vieira.
This is the time you need that pace.
Can he get it through? Oh, good-looking ball. Vieira. Half an hour played now. Pirlo can see things others simply cannot. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Nicely shaped ball. Maldini promptly onto that, and that is that. Van Dijk. Pressing high and with purpose. Vieira. And it's Pirlo. Mbappe is offering some sort of an apology there.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Now it's Mbappe. Some resolute defending there. That pass has been well intercepted. And this is Ibrahimovic. And he's well positioned here. Kaka.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Oh, super find. And that's put paid to a promising move. Well, that looks a decent ball. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside.
Two added minutes has been indicated.
Oh, what a mistake! Vieira. Now Kaká. That's a lovely, neat pass. Tries a measured ball. Oh, important interception. There's the whistle for half-time. Well, the mood in the two camps couldn't be more different as they go in for half-time. Elation on one side, misery on the other.
Just a quick announcement, it is now time for our special lottery. Please grab the tickets you were given when you're walking through the gates.
That gets things going for the second half.
Milan really have to pick things up here. Their opponents are going to set up to play on the counter-attack now, which means they're going to have to find ways to draw them out more.
Messi. Now it's Ibrahimovic. That has been cut short. No way through there. Messi. Tries to play it through. Oh, played through for the wide man. Messi. Messi. And that's off target.
It wasn't the best strike, to be honest, Peter. The pass might have been a better option there.
Substitutions taking place.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. Looking for options for movement. That has ended up in no man's land. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Pirlo. Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. Here's a man who his teammates can look to in all times. Shot, surely! Great football, shot and save.
Well, it's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
And he thumps it clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Hullet. Milan are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise.
649.
Searching pass he's played there. Oh, perfectly measured that. Can he finish? Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. Comfort, yet more comfort, easing away. Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
Manchester United are having a ball here. Vieira. Looking tidy in possession here. Mbappe.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And he skips past his man. Mbappe will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And Messi! Oh, off the bar! Maldini. And it's Hullet. Nicely weighted ball. Well, that's been cut out, well played. Can he get on the end of this? Maldini gets over and intercepts. A good play on the left-hand side here. And that is as far as they're going to go. Applies the finish! Oh, terrific save.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
No, he's just misjudged that one. Maldini. Aimed beyond the defence. Pirlo. Vieira. Mbappe looking for the run, and he's picked it up out wide. And the shot's on here. And the finish! And he's there to get it away. Mbappe! Brought out the best in the keeper. Maldini, always a very imposing presence at the back. It's a searching pass. Well read, nice interception. And they can counter here. Nicely aimed pass. And he's intervened well there.
Milan really have been second best here, second to every ball, and they can't have any complaints about where they are now. The good thing is they haven't given up, but it's not looking favourable.
The final 5 minutes. Hullet. Chance! And he steered it beyond the post. Now it's Gullit. Nice control. Now, can they get him away? Brilliantly cut out. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Iniesta. Now he's got space here.
There'll be 3
Well
minutes
played.
added
That
time.
has snuffed out the danger. It's a really well measured ball. Now it's Messi. Gullit. Pirlo is always looking to break lines. And the number on the board is 3. And that is as far as it goes. Milan have very little in the way of excuses here, simply having no answer to a display that was stunning, scintillating. There was to be only one outcome.
Security staff for each block.
So what do you
Please
take away
report to
from
the
it all,
staff
Jim?
room immediately.
Well, look, it was very one-sided. Their players didn't turn up for the first half, and then it all went downhill.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our... Well, here comes a crunch game. So much depends on this. Expectation and nerve. It is indeed a heady mix. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. We have already started here.
Well, Peter, it's easy to heap praise on players that play further up the field, but they couldn't do what they did without the unsung heroes doing the dirty work, and Frank Rijkaard is amongst the very best in the business.
Some say the best ever.
Yeah, and I can see why. He's about as sophisticated as players come, and his role covers everything from reclaiming the ball to, well, pretty much everything else. Only a man of his calibre and cleverness can do that.
Threads one in. No, it's come to nothing. He's picked his way. Chance! Oh, he's been... and it's come back out to him.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. Ahmad. It's come backwards here. Maguire. Ball played for Rijkaard. Saliba. Maguire. And here's Perez. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Bruno Fernandes. Serginho. And it's Eto'o. Serginho crosses it in here. And he's taking no chances there. Looking to play him in once more. And he's there to clear it. And Maguire. Tottenham still without a single shot on target. And he's there to belt it away. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And he cuts out the supply. Saliba.
Paris Saint-Germain clearly are trying to establish themselves as a team that likes to retain the ball, Peter.
And it's a good watch, Jim, isn't it?
Well, it is, and it's always...
Eto'o! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And Paris Saint-Germain take the lead. He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here, because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
Paris Saint-Germain are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus, as the opposition will inevitably react.
Well, the idea was a good one, the execution of it not quite so.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation, no more, no less.
It's a good spell of possession, this. Eto'o. Now, can they get him away? Beckham. Ahmad. Cross flung in towards the middle. Good read, needed to be.
Paris Saint-Germain are totally dominant in the middle of the park, and no way through zone.
Platini is wide and looking to get onto this. Saliba. That's a throw. Francesco. Nicely weighted ball. Thinks of shoots!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
That has been slung wide. Played in deep. And it's hoisted clear. Platini can see things others simply cannot.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
That is good alertness. Maguire. Ahmad. Played over towards the opposite flank.
That's a great ball cross-field.
And it's Eto'o. And it's Beckham. Was somewhat off target. Tottenham have it back and can go again. Can he get it through? The referee's awarded a free kick. Pogba. Good effort from distance. And that'll be the final action of the first half. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time because, in truth, they've not really been at it so far. And if the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
Changement pour le Paris Saint-Germain. Le numéro 22. À sa place, le numéro 10.
And the second half gets underway.
Well, I think starting this half in a strong manner is essential, Peter, if you're chasing the game, which they are. You know, go with intent and purpose. Let your opponents know you're not just going to quietly bow down.
Played back towards his own goal. Ahmad. Maguire to Beckham. That's a throw.
Paris Saint-Germain have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
Vieira cuts it out. And it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Bruno Fernandes! Couldn't quite control it.
That's good play. Plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
Kaka is offering some sort of an apology there.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Shot a goal! There it is! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
That has certainly made things interesting.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Who saw this coming? Tottenham have dragged it back at the last. Great vision. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Beckham. Over to the left. Tottenham have kept their powder dry on the substitution front so far. Could that be about to change? Climbs up big! Not pretty, but it gets the job. And he's following up! He's got to be quick to recover this. Cross into the box. Eto! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! Into the lead once more. Sharp, simple, satisfying. He just knew what was on.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
Changement pour le Paris Saint-Germain. Le numéro 30, le numéro 15, le numéro 23, Beckham.
There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. Paris Saint-Germain go into the lead.
Le numéro 3.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Hops for safety. Ahmad. While facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup.
Right here, right now, it's not looking favourable. They're chasing the ball and the game.
And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it. They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Well, that pass isn't the best. Not the most accurate pass. Maguire. And back to the goalkeeper. Serginho is always looking to play quality balls. It is looking like the end. If anything's going to happen, it's got to happen now.
Well, it's looking like too little too late, but they are giving it all they have.
Matheus Cunha. Ahmad. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he's picked it up out wide. Ball driven to... Oh, smashing header! No mistake! And surely that clinches it! There really is no way back now! Terrific header. He met that with aplomb.
Well, I don't think he could have asked for a better ball in there, Peter. All he had to do was get in position.
Changement pour le Paris Saint-Germain. Le numéro 9, Eto'o.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
31, changement.
Paris Saint-Germain take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now, and surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that.
Maldini, excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Can he get on the end of this? Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Il y aura 4 minutes de temps additionnel.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Hogberg finds himself offside. Euro. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. So that is it, the end of the road. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Well, what can I say, Peter? It seemed like the enormity of the task got the better of the players, and they never really got going. I know it can happen to even the best of us, but that doesn't take away from the fact that this was a painful watch, very painful.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin, a very good evening to you all. Hello and welcome to everybody. It's an absolute thrill to welcome you to this day one clash. And no day, of course, engenders hope or optimism more than this one. Optimism which could dissipate at a rate most alarming or last all the way to the latter stages. We shall see. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. The action has already started. Tony Adams climbs up big!
Well, the keeper seemed to go into study mode then, and he's read it beautifully.
And it's Messi. He's found a way past. Rooney. Cristiano Ronaldo. And he was quick to react. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Messi. And they're on him in a flash. Quality ball. Now, can they get him away? And he's picked out the run. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Yeah, he just...
Could be danger here. And that's aimed into the middle. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Now it's Messi. He's picked his way through. And the finish! Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona are in front. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish at that, and he probably didn't even have time to think about it too much.
Barcelona are in front now, the game's only goal.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Oh, that's fabulous. And it's Beckham. Costa Curta. Well read, nice interception. Referee's given a throw. Throw in.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Nicely weighted ball. The message is clear, none shall pass. And here's Lewandowski. Looking for the run. And the pass is intercepted. Looking to play him in. White is always looking to play quality balls. Beckham. Rooney was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless.
ไม่เข้าใจครับพี่
Now it's Hazard. Oh, that's a key interception. And that's really well manoeuvred. Thuram. It's a searching pass. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Ronaldo picks it up out wide. Oh, no joy this time. Aims beyond the defence. Costa Curta. Beckham. He's on it. Can he strike one?
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Tries to pass it through. He is through here. Looking for options for movement. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Costa Curta. And it's Azar. Can he get it through? And he's intervened well there. He's shifting through the gears here. He's got away. Real chance! They want to be quick to recover this. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Rijkaard. And it's Beckham. Shot could be on. Oh, the ball's loose here. There's a
ผมเล่นแล้ว
pass.
สนุกเฉยๆครับพี่
He's had a shot.
อ๋อ
He has done it. And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
And the half-time whistle goes. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager
Just a
has
quick
to resist
announcement. We would
change
like to
at this
inform you
stage.
that CCTV is now in operation for your safety.
Substitution on the field. Number 23, Jan Koller. Number 22,
Here we go again.
Platini.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Well, momentarily the situation was perilous, but his alertness has saved the day.
That is superb defensive work. The one man who had to be on top of his game, and he was.
Pass somewhat off target. Tottenham come out of the tunnel having undergone a change at half-time.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. That pass has been well intercepted. Well timed, excellent interception. He's a sharp little ball here. There's the man who is effectively the team's security. Big chance!
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
Now it's Batistuta. Tries to play it through. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it. You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Costa Curta. It'll be a throw-in.
Substitution on the field. Number 10, Cristiano Ronaldo. Number 8, Ronaldinho.
And it's Azar.
Number 17.
Neither of these two want to come off second best.
Coming on the field.
Well, I'm not quite
19.
sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Seedorf.
Now the ball in. Ruben Neves.
ลืม
Substitutions taking place.
Barcelona have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
He's under a lot of pressure there. Oh, this looks sharp. Now it's Hullet. Oh, well measured. Shevchenko. And a chance! Well, that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
And he's taking no chances there. And now they can spring out of defence. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And they're not going to make any further progress now. Rijkaard is the team's great visionary. Ruben Neves. 75 minutes played. Bastoni spots it and intercepts. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Schmeichel gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Out to the right. Cafu plays it. Terrific header. It's hit the upright. Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Rooney clearly furious with himself there. They looked for all the world like they were going to go 3-up.
They've played it short. Costa Curta.
Well, this does not look promising, Peter. The lead...
And Batistuta! Now, who's going to be first to this? Barcelona with another chance from a corner. Corner number 2, then. Oh, smashing header! And that would have won it. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, super ball. He has a look out. Can he get on the end of this? And it's been played through. Great chance! Andrei Shevchenko! Formidable! Truly formidable! A finish of true class! And what a climax we have here!
After 90 minutes.
The angle was unkind, but he has hit the spot.
Peter, you have to have a certain imagination to produce the incredible, and that was incredible.
Andrei Shevchenko.
Tottenham give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish.
Well, who's under pressure now? It's going to require some inspired defending to stop this lot.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Tottenham perhaps feeling a little aggrieved with this final score. They clearly feel that their efforts warranted something more. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, the game plan for me just looked a little confused, and the crowd seemed to pick up on this early on, and it just created a kind of negative vibe around the whole stadium, and I think this performance was one best deleted from the memory bank now.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you. And so we reach a fork in the road. Fortunes can turn either way from this point. One path leads to where they all want to be, or at least a significant step closer to it. What doesn't bear thinking about is the alternative. It is time for the central characters to stand tall. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. There's the whistle, and here we go.
Javier Zanetti will be having a very busy game for sure, Peter. He'll be raiding the flanks all game long, if he's allowed to, of course. But if he starts beating people and getting balls into the box consistently, I can only see one winner here.
And he does it with such an unassuming demeanour. He makes the ordinary look beautiful, doesn't he?
He does, absolutely. His game is just laced with moments of sheer brilliance.
And that was nowhere near his best. And the shot's on, and he shoots! There it is!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Yeah, that's exactly what they required, but they need to be careful now. That goal could serve as a wake-up goal for the hosts.
It's loose now and they want to get it back. Nicely aimed pass. So what can they make of this?
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
And he plays one through. So just the one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. Robson. And it's Musiala. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And no, that was never going to make it. Has a look and plays it forward. That's a nicely shaped ball. Musiala. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Can he get on the end of this? Played out towards the right wing. Shifted upfield. Quarter of an hour played. And he's picked out the run. Chance for a shot! Cristiano Ronaldo, a class apart, out on his own. About as smooth as it gets. And they're at it again, in double quick time.
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. Tottenham are doing very nicely, thank you.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Zanetti. For Jordan Henderson. Robson. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And the shot! Just cruising! They are cruising! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
Tottenham find a position of real strength now.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Howson cuts it out. Nicely shaped ball. Cannavaro spots it and intercepts. And he's quick to snatch it back. Kaká. He's had a fair tumble under. There's the shot! It's in! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring. There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
And now he has two. Tottenham are having a ball here.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Real chance! Pulled out the best in the keeper. Tottenham with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Oh, smashing header! Inter Milan are looking to go forward now. Well, that'll do under the circumstances. Shoots! It's there! Irrepressible, imperious, that's what makes him what he is.
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
He has simply been truly awesome. He really has stamped his authority on this.
So it is that time again. Every team looks to write its own special script. Moments like this are to be savoured. Hopes are high. A good start. That is what they all want. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. There's something rather special to this, isn't there, about Take Kubo's outrageous dribbling skills.
Yeah, the kind of player everyone loves to watch, Peter, myself included. There's much more to his game than just dribbling them.
So if you haven't seen him before, you're in for a treat.
Certainly are.
Oh, perfectly measured that. He's Mbappe! Oh, he's hit the bar! No, he didn't quite meet it right.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get. If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Albert Ferrer. Ronaldinho. Decent chance! And he's managed to get rid. Looking for options for movement. That's really well cleared. Girona have reclaimed it. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Knocks it out wide. Oh, that's neat. Oh, it's come loose. Played into space out wide. And he's there to retrieve it. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And reclaimed it in a trice. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Oh, super find. Xabi Alonso. Big chance! Denied by an instinctive save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And the return pass. Nicely weighted ball.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
And he was quick to react.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Luis Suarez. Girona have got it back. It's Luis Suarez! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
He's definitely living up to the occasion here. He just loves being out there amongst it.
Girona with the corner, there first. Pedri! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
Belletti. It's a pretty loose pass. Now that looks a decent ball. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Great chance! They've scored! There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Girona have taken the lead.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Out to the right. Iniesta in acres of space out wide. Good save. Mbappe! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Mbappe clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Girona are looking to go forward now.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Look at the space, and he shoots! Oh, that was no routine save.
Belletti is offering a wry smile there.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
Cruyff really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Now it's Mbappe. And it's Kubo. Ronaldinho. Great ball if he can get there. Now it's Iniesta. Mbappe! And he's had a hit! Good hit, kept the keeper honest. And the first half is done. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
It's not easy being down in situations like this. I know it's an overused term, but you really have to play with courage. Be brave, and let's see where it gets you. You might just get lucky because of it.
Good read, needed to be. Can he finish? Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, it's fallen kindly here. Girona do seem to have a very clear game plan here, Jim.
Yeah, they're set up to play those long balls from deep, Peter. The front men have certainly been busy making the runs beyond that defence.
Nice, a tried and tested formula, OK, but...
ability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern. The ball was very poor.
Luis Suarez. Very nicely done. Girona are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape.
Side defending there. Corner number 2 then. And now they can spring out of defence. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Well read, and the danger... And the finish! Oh, taken with style! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get press from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
Oh no, this does not look good. Loose, and there's a race for the ball. Kubo, Luis Suarez. No way through. Tries from a long way out. And the goalkeeper watches it past.
Well, he's hit it well enough for me. I suppose it could be a deliberate attempt to just draw that defence out.
He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. Oh no, he's got that wrong. That's a cute ball. Floated through. Shot a goal! Luis Suarez! It's a beauty! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And they are cruising away. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
Girona find a position of real strength now.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no